That sounds cool.
So Jacob has prepared a table of TikTok conspiracies that we're gonna take a little peek at, and I interrupted your soundtrack.
He did a very cute
I love that.
X-Files.
Okay, so this is Joe Rogan, or
That's the Joe Rogan curtain, from what I can tell.
Can I set the scene a little bit? Because
Please.
I do think some of these conspiracy theories that were a joke or kind of fringe have become kind of mainstream. And I do think we have Joe Rogan in large part to thank, because he will have all of these guys on.
and he won't intellectually challenge them.
He's like
Yeah.
open to a lot of different ideas, like literally any idea.
Yeah.
Like, aside
Literally
from, like-
anything that's not real.
Aside from, I don't know, we should like adjust the tax bracket for people making over $1 trillion, or the
or
age
it's
of
like
consent.
anything that politically disagrees with him, then he's like, Jamie, look that up. No, look it up again.
Look it up better, you idiot.
Look it up better, you idiot.
Stop. What is the hell is Snopes? Check the Google AI. Check
That's
the
not
DuckDuckGo AI.
You can
overview.
buy those.
So this is the dark forest theory, and
Okay.
it has to do with space and aliens and contacting other life.
You want to take
Thoughts?
Should we take a?
I'm talking to our
guess?
alien.
Should we take a guess at what it is?
The dark forest theory. Okay, what would make it a dark forest? The fact that aliens landed there?
Well, there is something where it's like you're walking in a forest, it's daytime. All of a
Oh.
sudden, everything's dark.
From night.
Aliens are contacting you, and that's why.
Oh, is that your guess?
That's my guess.
My guess is you're walking in the forest and you go, I don't appreciate nature as much as I should.
I want to be organizing cards.
I'd rather be organizing cards that are made out of these trees.
Yeah, my hobby's the opposite of this.
Yeah, that's my dark
I
forest
wanna
theory.
Destroy them.
And I go, look at that
Brandon.
bird. And Jarvis refuses to look at that bird.
I'd rather hear a Pokemon cry.
I'm looking at the dirt. I'm gonna go with I feel like the conspiracy theory crowd, dark has I feel like been more and more kind of co-opted into deep state government stuff.
100%.
So I'm gonna go with
Okay.
a dark forest is like a manufactured government environment. And then when you go on a hike, they take your kidneys or something.
Oh, there's got to be. We've discovered in satellites that there are these
Yes.
government black site forests,
With
and
Starlink.
they're actually the Area 51 of trees. You know what I mean?
They're actually not real trees. These are made out of like adrenochrome or something.
Okay, let's see this. Now I'm like,
Let Josh Brolin rap.
Dark forest theory says that if you attain a certain level of technology, the best thing you can do is just be quiet. Because the universe is a dark forest, and the first person to stick his head out dies. Because you don't want a competitor in your region.
Well,
Oh, I've actually heard this.
talk about tall poppy syndrome, right?
So, well, tall poppy syndrome
more
is
social construct.
Yeah, but I think this is more about why we haven't heard from aliens, which is like I think like one of the answers to the Fermi paradox.
Is that, well, they wouldn't reach out because they're too technologically advanced to want to do
Right, because they know that it would cause
Problems.
like
So
problems.
basically, yeah, they're saying that there like is a high probability that there is other life out there that is complex and has technology, but everyone, including us, is like,
hiding their power level a
yeah,
little bit.
if
yeah.
you go out looking for stuff, it might come for you.
Right. I don't think it's a crazy theory.
let's see what
dark
else he
forest.
says. Though, 'cause
This
maybe
is
he
like
gets weird.
not too
It's not
wild to me.
No, it's not too wild. I think it's an interesting like thought experiment.
I
Like,
agree.
Most curious to see if we get a reflection from Joe Rogan's big shiny brain on like, do you think we could maybe learn new kinds of jujitsu from these guys? Or?
Yeah.
Let's keep watching.
Yeah, let's keep
'cause
watching.
what if he says the N word at the end or something like that?
That would be
you know what I
awesome.
mean?
It's a theory.
You know, human nature is a tricky thing. We're very selfish. You know, you and I might
the
want to
West.
see those
Joe, help
people
him.
and help them along, but there's a lot of people that would not want a competitor in the neighborhood.
Well, yeah, maybe. But what if they don't even think of us as a competitor?
Yeah, but what if they're like,
Wait, who is that guy?
Joe Rogan.
Do we know his?
Yeah, what was his name?
anti-government anarchist with a heart of
All
gold.
right, bro.
Cool. With a what? With a heart of gold.
Well, so this is always the. I mean, well, hold on. Anti-government anarchist. I mean, okay,
a heart of gold.
that there's a. But he says crypto,
A
not
heart of
just
gold
fiat.
or crypto.
So
That's
you
just
called
weird.
Anastasia called it maybe. This is the thing where it's like there are these interesting thought experiments and stuff, but then they take it to this like what
Steve Carell.
Wait, well, can we look at the YouTube? I'm wondering like what type of traction they're getting. This type of stuff, you're just like too far in the tank, you know?
Yeah, like it does. Okay, yeah, they're killing it.
These are very funny thumbnails. Look at that go forward.
This is like what's that tabloid?
Exoto?
Like the Inquirer. Or
Yeah, the
something like
National
that?
Enquirer.
National Enquirer. That's what
Yeah, it's like these are like National Enquirer.
I mean, this
Dexerto's funny.
this stuff has been popular forever.
No, it's just like so
So
interesting.
old
I hadn't
school.
seen, YouTube is so big. It's like it's funny to see that type of
Yeah.
thing be successful on YouTube.
It's kind of, sometimes I feel a little bit like when, sometimes Spotify rap stuff comes out and it's like, here are the biggest artists of the year or whatever. And then you just see a bunch of people, like the most basic people in the world, like, who the hell is Bad Bunny?
Oh.
And it's like, oh, right. It's just, you're just not, like, you just don't listen to, like,
Or, like,
that stuff that isn't for me.
The Bad Bunny
Right.
stuff exposed how many people don't know that Puerto Rico's in the United States.
I do think that we are at a time when people are. It's almost like a security blanket to hold on to conspiracy theories because truth is scarier.
A conspiracy theory, I genuinely think a conspiracy theory, or even just a theory, something that is not like being scrutinized on some kind of like professional level, like a way that is losable. A conspiracy theory in a world of a lack of clarity, in a world that can be overwhelming and scary, and you don't feel like you have agency. A conspiracy theory is all yours.
Yeah.
No one can have it because it's your theory. If
And
I
it's-
come along and
yeah.
say, well, no, because of these reasons, you don't have to engage with it because it's your theory.
And it can give you like a righteousness where
That's
you're
fucking
like,
cool.
well, not everyone knows this, but I know it, so I feel safer. And,
There's
like,
it's also often structured in a way where it's like hard to disprove a negative.
Yeah.
And there's good like
That's why it's a conspiracy theory, not a theory.
the other thing is it's much like AI has been co-opted now by like generative slop. Like conspiracy theory, it's like there have been various conspiracies that people theorized that
People
turned out to be real.
conspire.
Like Watergate was a conspiracy.
or the MK Ultra and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
turned
It's
out
like
to be true.
Conspiracy theory should just mean, its original description is someone planned to do something.
Yeah.
Which actually happens quite a bit. And then like, I think partially by design, there's a little bit of like kind of agitated propaganda of like, by the movers and shakers at the top of the temple being like, huh, what's up with these conspiracy wackos? Like, why would you ever listen to them? Look
it's-
at the things they believe.
Also, when you think about power, like if you are a group without power or feel powerless, like thinking about how the people with power or the structures with power are screwing you over is like pretty natural. All right, expressionist paintings in CIA, what can that be?
Okay, look, should we give our theories, our conspiracy theories?
And CIA.
So
okay.
I
Yeah, you're
the
the
simplest, the A to Z is because expressionist paintings are abstract. They're kind of
Mental.
that there's secret codes in there.
secret codes, or they're being used to brainwash.
Okay, that's
You know,
interesting
That's
too.
a good one.
I'll give you a. Oh wait, go
no,
ahead.
please. I would love a hint from my
I'll
lord.
give you guys a hint. This one is another one that's like, it's not as far out there as some other TikTok conspiracies. This one like might be grounded in. It's not.
truth.
It's not proven.
Can I just say that the
But-
annoying thing about the last one is that nothing in that particular TikTok was crazy objectionable, but then we go to that guy's YouTube channel, and so it's like
And he's
very
saying
much
crazy
this is how they get you.
That's
you
the
know?
craft, yeah. It's
Yeah.
the same for, I mean, it's a trite point, but manosphere always work the same way. It's, it's like, we grew up as hunter-gatherers, so you need to have some self-esteem in the way you live your life. I'm like, all right,
That makes
respect.
sense.
And the government should assign you a wife. You're like,
Oh, okay.
all right.
This guy's one eye open is already
Different.
making me think he's telling the truth.
I gotta say, I'm not gonna say any specific names, but the moment he came on screen, I must have thought of like 18 people we know.
This is more than conspiracy theory, but less than fact. So you know abstract expressionism, paintings like this, or like this. Well, there is a decent amount of evidence that the CIA is partially responsible for the spread of this type of art. To understand why, we have to look at this. What is this? This is a Soviet realist painting.
knew
And
it.
here's another one. This was the only type of art that was allowed in the Soviet Union. The CIA realized that abstract expressionism was the exact opposite of this. And it's really ironic because in America, folks actually associate this type of art with communists. A Missouri congressman even said, all modern art is communistic. But the CIA was less closed-minded. They saw an opportunity. They helped bankroll exhibits of American abstract expressionist art all over Europe. And so anti-authoritarian figures like Jackson Pollock ended up working for the CIA without even knowing it.
So that's so interesting to me because in hindsight,
You're our art history guru, by the way.
I see Jackson Pollock and the abstract expressionists as these men who almost upheld norms of America after World War II. Because, so the reason why I say that is a lot of them are World War II vets, first of all. And they're these masculine men who were like, oh, I've got feelings and I don't know how to express them. So I'm gonna express it in the most violent, masculine way possible.
Oh, yeah. I'm painting, dude paint. I'm doing dude paint. I'm better at it than you guys.
Legit, like, there's all these,
Dude, paint one word.
you know, people
wipes.
write about Jackson Pollock being like, because he's constantly smoking a cigarette while he's painting, and he would paint on the floor. So he's not painting on the wall.
Has you ever tried Zen painting?
Yeah.
What was it called? Zen
Truly,
art?
he did not. So there's a bunch of cigarette ash in his paintings. And conservationists were like, okay, we got to figure out how to conserve that cigarette ash because it's a part of the painting. And it's one of these things where it's like these dudes, first of all, they were a boys club that would not allow women or gay men into them.
Oh.
So then there were these gay men like Robert Rauschenberg, who, in my opinion, is a superior artist to Jackson Pollock. That's just my opinion.
That's your bias.
That's my bias.
He's your bias.
He's my bias.
Like BTS.
Rauschenberg is doing these like very complex, interesting, layered artworks that sometimes are like multimedia and stuff. I think a lot of people in America, they didn't know Robert Rauschenberg was gay, but you know, it's like vibes based. They were like, oh, we like those manly men who fought in World War II. We don't like these little, you know, counterculture weirdos who are making art. You know what I mean?
It's counterculture aesthetics, but with like a, you know what? I'll go so far as to say that this is 100% true in the sense that like no cultural movement is immune from being manipulated at like, once something is
meddling,
generating or responsible enough for enough attention or money, then it literally the CIA would be bad at their job, which for all the criticisms you make of the CIA, they're very good at ideas.
I was gonna
They're
say
good at manipulating.
I was gonna say they're good at meddling. They're not as good at like getting the result, the exact result that they want.
they're
But they're
just-
good
they're
at
like-
messing
they're
gonna
stuff
stick their
up,
fingers in there.
stirring the pie. Yeah.
Look at the history of South America.
They're just
Yeah.
like, they're like, what if we spiked the punch? And then it's like, we put a bunch of C4 in the punch and it exploded? Like, well, we got the punch.
Well,
It's
Okay.
gotta be, I always picture the CIA with a really disorganized Asana board. Just being like, who the fuck are we doing again? No, wait, that was our guy. Shoot, I'm such a rube.
Okay, staying on the art train, fine art, money laundering.
Fine art. Well, that just
Well,
sounds like a
that kind
thing.
of just sounds like a thing that's for sure happening.
The most popular technique for laundering money is through high-valued art.
Most.
This is because at the high end of the art world, anonymous buying is largely accommodated. Also, they don't care how you pay for it.
I
Once
don't
you've made the
think that's
purchase,
true.
you can then
look at
get
that
the
guy.
art transferred to a free port, which is a highly secure free trade zone of an airport or shipping port.
Is this an AI Australian man?
I think it's real because he's getting
Popping his
close-ups on
peas,
his,
yeah.
Oh,
mic,
true.
yeah.
You can then sell the art to a legitimate buyer without ever seeing the piece.
It's expensive dropshipping.
Yeah, it's your dirty money's clean now.
So I don't think it's as simple as this person's describing, because I do think that it's hard to buy anonymous for this reason, right? Like because there might be dirty money.
I do think also artists can be very particular about who they sell their work to. And,
Yeah.
you know, obviously it depends on the artist. Not all artists are this way, but I think so. Artists are represented by galleries in the way that an actor would be represented by an agent. So the gallery then does these deals for the artists. I am certain there are some galleries who
Right, yeah.
don't give a shit and will just sell whatever to whomever.
And there's record of that
There is,
happening. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like he makes it seem like it's the Wild West and they don't care.
And he's literally saying it's the way as well.
Yeah, and I'm like, I definitely think this is happening. I just think it's a little bit more buttoned up, like, because you can have people who are representing, like brokers who are like representing buyers that want to remain anonymous, but then the broker is reputable, and you could have a broker that works with both legitimate and illegitimate clients and stuff.
It's kind of a good, like the platonic ideal of a conspiracy theory, because there's a nugget of truth there and probably actual examples of that taking place. But the thing about a conspiracy theory is it has to be interesting and it has to be fun.
Yeah.
And the reality is the main way that money is laundered and power retains it is tedious and dull.
Yeah.
It is like, I do import-export on freight.
I have some offshore account.
I have a business that makes a lot of money, so I just make the number a little different.
Yeah.
It's never something
Mattress
fun.
store.
Yeah.
This is the reason that NASA stopped exploring the ocean.
Because they realized it wasn't space.
In 1958, when NASA was first created, its mission wasn't space, it was the ocean.
Not
Is that true?
true.
I was gonna say,
In 1958, I'm pretty sure they were looking
Yeah,
at
it was
space. The S is for space.
The S is for space.
yeah. Also,
But let's keep reading.
Whatever. The agency collected data from the seafloor and explored the Mariana Trench.
That might be true,
Yes.
but that has nothing to do with they
Yeah.
were still exploring the space.
But in the early 1970s, all ocean research suddenly stopped. Well, it's also like the space race was over.
Yeah.
Why is it an AI-generated image of Interstellar? That's a movie. Just use a screenshot from the
Well,
movie.
then it'll get claimed.
Yeah,
no, it
that
won't.
one
but-
shot.
Yeah, this is like so provably false. But in the early 1970s, all ocean research suddenly stopped. The official reason? NASA shifted its focus to space. Bro, we went to the moon in 1969.
Yeah.
It's the National Air and
I think
Sea.
the focus was pretty on space.
Yeah.
But insiders said something else.
Insiders of NASA?
Yeah,
I thought the insiders said shifted focus to space.
The ocean was far more dangerous and unpredictable than any orbit. That doesn't.
That doesn't make sense.
That's like
any
not
of
something
them.
that a space expert would say.
Jarvis, at this point, there are hundreds of orbits, and
Okay.
they're pretty dangerous, and there's no fish.
Archived documents mention anomalous sounds and unknown objects. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we don't
We
know
know
what's in
We
there.
don't know everything that's under the ocean.
That's why
yeah,
we're
for sure.
going.
There's all kinds of anomalous sounds. The issue is identifying them is difficult, but it's not an alien.
Have you ever seen James Cameron's The Abyss?
Yeah,
No.
that's probably what it is. That's probably
This is
what they're worried
just
about.
pretending that The Abyss is real.
It's-
It's a good movie. I would highly recommend people watch it. I enjoy it, but
If you are into drenched movies,
it's
a very
wet.
damp
It is
movie.
a moist film.
There's a guy who's like there's a guy that basically just is a water. You know that guy?
Yeah.
Those files were handed to the military, comma and classified. Sorry, dude, don't comma splice in your conspiracy theory.
It makes it look silly.
Scientists wrote. Which scientists? We'll never know.
The computer guy.
We're
Right,
not
these are the
studying
easiest
emptiness.
things to like reference.
We're not studying emptiness. We're studying a living environment that reacts.
Well, yeah.
So these guys are doing the ocean.
Right.
The ones saying this are.
So these seem to have found a way to prioritize the ocean.
I would say there's more guys doing ocean stuff than space stuff.
Is the theory that there's stuff in the ocean? Because, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'll give this one a thumbs up. Actually, they are right. The anomalous sound was blub 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 blub.
This is like where I
We gotta go to space.
I feel like Hank could go off on this because like half this stuff is related to funding.
Like the idea that there's like one company for exploring. NASA was
this
supposed to
is-
do the exploring, and now we don't have anyone.
They took ocean. It actually used to be now.
No,
This is really
No.
funny. It says some of NASA's deep sea vehicles became prototypes for Mars rovers.
Yeah.
But the ocean missions were never resumed. You know,
Because they put the rovers on Mars.
pressure
need to get it back.
changes. What's the best way on Earth before you send something up into space,
Go space.
to test pressure.
Elevator.
No,
To
Jacob,
go to
down.
And that's why the astronauts train in the water.
Putting it on a plane.
Machi.
Wait, putting it on a plane that goes all the way to space.
I mean, second best. At the same time, reports appeared of underwater objects.
Moving
Octopus.
faster than
This
any
is
known...
octopus, right?
A fish.
Moving faster than any known submarine.
Like I don't know, like how fast can a shark swim?
Giant squids, they use a propelling system where they shoot water. It goes
Right.
really fast.
Yeah,
they
and I
blast.
assume it can go faster than... I don't think of a submarine as going lightning quick.
No.
And especially if this is like the first time people, if it's claiming like past reports from the first and only time we went to the sea, we're even faster than the first ship we made.
Later, several scientists, whom we have no idea, admitted
From
in the
space.
ocean we found something
We couldn't
explain.
That's kind of what finding something is.
And that was the end of the program.
Oh, that wasn't a quote.
And that's
that
not the
part.
quote. That's just what they said. Yeah.
That basically was saying like they were gonna go to space.
NASA turned to space, leaving the ocean into secret labs.
What?
To the public, it looked like a natural shift, but to those who saw the files, it looked like an escape.
Ooh.
The depths of the Earth turned out to be scarier than space itself.
That's always been truth for me.
So, what could still be hiding there?
So, Jacob,
guess.
can you please Google for me deep space death ball?
Deep space?
Deep
Sea. Deep sea. Deep sea. Sorry.
Deep space.
Not deep space. Deep sea.
There it is, the Roblox one. The
Yeah.
Roblox video just there.
Carnivorous death ball sponge.
2 days ago.
Okay. Few days ago.
Why? What's happening to us?
The fuck? I'm getting the headache. Okay.
So this is
Sorry, I gotta make it a visual statement. For anybody that noticed that when I tried to say 2 days ago, let's not be too generous. It was 3 one-syllable words. It was not a lot of work. I did appear to say, due to an audio issue, 2 space ago, I believe. In my defense, no, I didn't.
in your defense.
That was you.
I believe you said 2 days ago.
2
So
days
congrats.
ago. I was like 12 years a slave. Coming out of the closet, I've been 2 days ago. My fellow Americans, 4 scores and 2 days.
So 2 days ago, BBC put out an article, Carnivorous Death Ball Among Odd Deep Sea Finds.
No, do it in the BBC accent.
Carnivorous Death Ball.
Don't do it. Change my mind.
Our planet is going through a change where it's getting hotter.
Puberty.
So things from the deep
Yeah,
sea
it sounds like puberty.
are now moving
Not
up
because it's getting
to
hotter.
higher levels.
Right.
And we're finding stuff that we'd never seen before. That's it.
A fish.
Yeah, but it's like not,
fish.
it's like kind of not a good, it's not like a fun, exciting thing. It's like oh no, we're cooking the planet.
Yeah.
And now
Sorry.
Whoops.
That's
our
why
bad.
NASA's too scared. They don't want to go down because they're worried it'll boil the submarine.
They're more like NASA, more like nah, son.